Oh! See, they put the box so close, and I open it with this thing, trying to be very careful, and I put a line down the straight edge of it. That is super annoying. Oh, that is annoying. Anyways, rip. It looks super sick. But look, there's that battle damage right there. You know, you open the box, you don't think it's going to be that close. Damn, I was trying to be gentle too, so it would barely go through. Oh well, that sucks. We'll have to tell Bronze Bucko to change out boxes when he gets his.
Yo, Bucko, it's Zero, come back to you with another figure review. Today, it's Imperial Monday, once again, and we have something I was waiting so long for. These are some of my favorite troopers, the Scout Troopers. So, obviously, I went ahead and picked up two of them. This is the Star Wars Black Series, the Mandalorian, Speeder Bike, Scout Trooper, and the Child. Can't forget about Han Solo. Yep. Today's going to be a fun one. These guys are some of my favorite troopers. I absolutely loved in the show when they were freaking kicking the shit and they punched Baby Yoda. I was like, oh, they're going to get it now. This YouTuber I watched, Arul Knots, made a video called Existential Troopers, and that's hilarious. And they were joking about how the whole thing is a simulation and that you can't kill Mandalorian and people like Han Solo and stuff. Go watch that, it's hilarious. And they named the can Solo, and that's why they're missing it, is because they simply were not allowed to shoot it.
Us not being able to hit it is so stupid, it confirms my theory.
Which is?
We are bad guys in a simulation that is stacked against us. Because only bad guys would be set up to fail so spectacularly.
Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this packaging. The front of the box, you got your Star Wars Black Series logo. Got Star Wars The Mandalorian in the nice orange. You got Speeder Bike, Scout Trooper, and the Child. But they don't include Han Solo. The side of the box, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to do with the side of the box. Yeah, the side of the box, probably end up putting a bigger picture up on it, but it's got some nice artwork. Can't really get a good view of it. Back of the box, it says Speeder Bike, Scout Trooper, and the Child. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a... I'm surprised they actually have a regular picture of it, because usually they would do something like they would have a portrait of him or something in the drawn portrait of him, but unfortunately they don't have it on this one. And then that has the Child, and then it says includes target accessory Han Solo. Anyways, got Scout Troopers were lightly armored compared with other stormtroopers, which allowed them to move more quickly and easily in a range of environments. They were also trained for more independence and adaptability than most Imperial troops. The Empire used Scout Troopers for a range of missions, including reconnaissance and infiltration, and punching babies. Anyways, the side of the box, pretty plain. Yeah, you don't really have anything on the side of the box. Unfortunately, my setup is way too small for this right now. Bottom of the box, unreadables. Top of the box is another picture of it. And we're gonna go ahead and get this trooper out of the box. The easiest way to get this out of the box is gonna be from the side here, the flat side. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the easiest way to get this out of the box. Real quick about the packaging. Inside the box you get this kind of background, so if you really wanted to, you could take that out and use it. It's actually not terrible right there. That is not bad at all. Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could take that out and use it. Another thing is, this guy has about, oh my god, way too many straps on him. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. Ridiculous to get out of the box. So yeah, be careful with that when you're pulling them out of the box. Also, the straps aren't all. This, just like the other Scout Trooper, also has rubber bands all over him. So you got one rubber band here, one rubber band here, and then one on each foot. And then you're also going to have one holding his blaster in. So yeah, this is kind of a one-way trip once you get this guy out of the box. Also, I'd recommend saving that rubber band for the pistol, because those things are notorious for falling off. Usually I have to have the pistols in my guy's hand. I haven't managed to lose them yet, but they are notorious for falling off the legs, and I have dropped mine on the floor a couple times with my other scout trooper, so just say probably keep the rubber band. It's kind of helpful for storing the pistol. I wish they would fix that, but yeah. Alright, and here they are out of the packaging, and holy crap, I got a lot to talk about with these guys. So, first things first, yeah, they're going to come out of the package pretty bow-legged. And if you don't know what that means, basically that. You see his legs are spread so far apart. There are ways to fix that. You can either try bending it back to shape or just leave him off the speeder for a bit and maybe he'll go back to shape. Or you do put him in hot water, boiling water, and for a couple seconds and then try to bend him back into place. But yeah, this is my original release Scout Trooper, and his are pretty bad as well. I don't think they're as bad as his because he's been out of the package a bit longer, so his are more straight than anything, even though he's older. So yeah, they do start to take shape eventually back to normal, but yeah, he's going to be pretty bow-legged, unfortunately, out of the packaging. But don't worry, it's not that hard to fix that. The newer Scout Trooper, the Gaming Greats one, and that's how his legs are supposed to look. Same thing with the Archives. Yeah, he's going to be pretty bow-legged. So you're just going to have to kind of get used to that because the joints right here are going to bend. But yeah, they're going to come out of the package like that. So it's also going to be a bitch to pose. Another thing is, mine was my Scout Trooper's hand was wrapped up so that this got caught in here. So these handles are usually going to be warped in one way or another out of the box. They will go back to shape eventually. Like I said, hot water fixes them a bit, but yeah, this, unfortunately, this piece got warped on mine, so this did not happen here. But yeah, they're going to be pretty warped out of the packaging, just how it is. And where do I start with these guys? We're going to go ahead and start with the accessories. Alright, so first accessory that we are getting into is the can, because why not? Can solo here. It's a pretty random thing to throw in, honestly. It's really cool. Not super detailed or anything, but it's a really cool accessory to have. Can solo. Yeah. And the second accessory we have is this bag with Baby Yoda in it. It's actually, it's kind of nice. I like it. The head does articulate just a little bit. I think you can pull the head out. Yeah, you can definitely pull the head out. It's on a ball joint, so it's going to articulate a bit. So you can kind of get a range of movement out of there, but not a ton. But yeah, the bag. This is actually really detailed. You could use this with other figures as well. This bag is really detailed. Also, these straps go down. You have the little like kind of imperial red dot things on there. It's kind of cool. It's very detailed. And then you got both these pin in here. And honestly, even if you just have it closed like this, is a really cool accessory for bags or other characters. So yeah, definitely he's gonna keep the bag on him. But this, hell yeah, that is awesome. Oh my god. That is freaking awesome. This is probably gonna have how I'm gonna display my IG-11. That is awesome. And here it is again on Din Djarin. That looks really awesome. So yeah, you're gonna be able to get a lot of use out of this accessory if you don't want to keep it with the Scout Trooper. And then going back to Baby Yoda for just a second, or Grogu. Grogu. Here he is next to the original release, and it is not the same head. The expression is kind of more like what's going on kind of look, and also his ear is like bent up a little bit to fit in the thing. So yeah, it's not the same exact head, but if you really wanted to, also you could probably switch. I'm wondering. Yeah, so it is the same ball joint, so you can go ahead and switch that out if you really wanted to and put that head there. But yeah, you can definitely switch those out, so that's cool. That's good to know. And this last accessory here is already on his legs, so I'm going to go ahead and take this rubber band off. Hopefully I don't break it. At first, it comes out of the holster, it goes back in the holster, and it's fine. I don't know what happens to the holster, but it just doesn't want to stay. But yeah, here it is, the EC-17. It's the same sculpt what we get with every Scout Trooper. Yeah, it's a really nice sculpt. I wish they would just fix either this or the holster, but it's the same sculpt we always got. It's pretty detailed for what it is. I wish I had some kind of paint app on it, but it's super small. I don't really blame them. But yeah, that goes right in here. And like I said, it's probably after a few... I'm surprised it's not falling out right now. If they ever redo this mold, that's the first thing they need to fix is that. I just realized what I did. Yeah, after you put it into his hand, it expands it, and that's what's going to make it fall out. But yeah, you can put it into both hands here, I believe. Yeah, you can put it in both hands, so that's one of the good things about this figure. No matter which hand you put it in, it's going to be able to hold it. But yeah, now that I put that in, is it going to... Yeah, that's... Oh, it's still holding. Okay. Yeah, usually after you put it in the hand, it warps it, so... Yeah, okay. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and bust out this other bike real quick. It's the same exact mold on both bikes, basically. The only difference between the two bikes, besides the paint, is the stand. So for this stand, which I believe should also be compatible with... Hold on, we're going to see something real quick. Well, the only difference is the two stands, and you get the kind of like adjustable height difference on the old one. So that was kind of nice, but it also... This is one of the weirdest looking things ever, and it looks super weird on the shelf, so kind of glad they changed it out for this new one. Well, it isn't really even new. It's from the Cosmic Ghost Rider bike, I think. But yeah, is this going to work on the old one? No, it does not. Yeah, that does not work. But does this one work on this new one? Yes, it does. For some reason, that's really weird. Yeah, so... The old stand works on this bike, but the new stand is not going to work on what you would think it would. So yeah, you're pretty much going to get anywhere you can with the other one. And these new ones, I guess, are better to hold the pose, but because of how they are, they definitely help you get into positions better. But the more you move it around, the more it seems to want to pop off. So that's a little obnoxious to me. Anyways, moving away from the stand, there are some removable parts of this. It's kind of calling back to the original one. So yeah, you can remove the front of the speeder bike, just like the other one. Yeah, the old one does this also, so it kind of has that like brake feature like the original Kenner toy. Or at least I'm pretty sure the original Kenner toy does have that. So yeah, that comes off. And then this also comes off the bottom, which I have almost lost this thing on accident before, but it shouldn't really be coming off that often. But yeah, that comes off just in case you need to take it off for some reason. And then also there is a chance that these are going to be warped out of the packaging. They're not warped on either of mine, but I have seen mine. My old one is definitely warped a tiny bit. But yeah, whatever. Like I said, these are warped, but you can move them around. They're kind of pliable plastic, so you're not gonna break it at all. And then these are pliable also, and they have the peg holes for the feet. I'll show that off when I put the figure on here. One of the main differences is the paint scheme. So yeah, the buttons on here are painted differently. There's also no silver on either of these consoles. And then yeah, the dirt. I mean, this is going to be a white one, which honestly, if you really wanted to, you could probably use this as like a Hoth or like a snow kind of bike scout. So if you really wanted to put like a snow trooper on here, you probably could. That would look probably good. But yeah, then the bags are different colors. This bag has no paint on it, unfortunately, so it's pretty clean. This one does have paint on it. Then also all of the where metal would be, yeah, it's like this gray with sparkly stuff in it. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't have any of the paint wash that the old one does. So yeah, it's kind of slacking in a way. I don't know, it looks cleaner without looking cleaner. It's really weird. I still like how it looks, but it's definitely like they could have added a little more. And then the back here, same thing. The gray, there's actually two different grays back here. This back here lifts up, revealing the engine, and on their engine there's no paint on it whatsoever compared to the other one where it does have paint. So it's really just a matter of preference. I actually wonder if the Heroes of Endor one has paint on it or not. And then the main paint is just going to be the dirt from the like kind of ash that's around the planet, and I actually really like how that looks. That looks really good on the white. Like, yeah, you could definitely tell they've been going top speed through that. So cleaner but dirtier bike at the same time, so that's interesting to me. And then yeah, the Scout Trooper goes ahead and plugs right back into here, and then he has 2 peg holes at the bottom, so you can kind of take your pick, or the front one obviously is for that, but you have the second peg hole there for whatever reason, if you want to put him on a stand or something, which don't exist. Don't know why we've had Black Series around for this long and don't have any stands. But yeah, hand slide right on here, and yeah, that's pretty simple, pretty cool. Alright, anyways, let's get into this figure real quick. I'm also going to show him off next to the other 2 Scout Troopers. Oh, these bow legs are awful. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother trying to pose them any more than this for now. So they're going to just look wonky for a second, but yeah. You got from cleanest to dirtiest. So the main differences on these 2 are the bags are the gray, and then the armor's all, you know, dirty here. But yeah, the boots are dirty here. That's about it. Now, yeah, besides the 2 armors being super dirty and my other figure being dusty, that's dust. It's not a different black. I just can't get the dust off there. I need to go dust everything again. You'll notice right away that there's no detail. It's all silver here, which I actually really like that it's done in that silver color. But yeah, the gray doesn't exist on there, that like gray. But I actually think I like this silver on here more than how that's done. Yeah, there's no vent here. I mean, the vent is still molded here, but there's no black in the vent, which honestly at that point his face is so dirt blasted that I can honestly believe that the vents would be covered up in dirt. Yeah, there's also no vent here. I kind of wish I don't know why they just haven't been including the vents, but whatever. It's freaking weird. On the side, he's missing the little insignia. I don't really know what that means, honestly. That might just be like an Endor insignia. I don't know. Someone can tell me what that means. In the back, he's missing the little barcode on the back, but that's the same thing with the Gaming Greats one. It's missing the barcode. Yeah, and then it's a light gray instead of or it's like a light silver actually instead of the black here. So yeah, maybe the barcode is only for Endor. Maybe that's just another special thing they have. And they have the dots, which this is really nicely done on here. That one, the original one, is not that good either. And then the little kind of like ear holes are still painted, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know why they're removing certain details on some of these figures. It's actually not a problem on this one. I guess it's just not all Scout Troopers have this barcode here. Or maybe they do, and they just didn't include it. No idea. In the back, the original is going to have the frickin' lines here. This one, again, is dirt blasted, so I can kind of believe it not having the lines there. And then the shoulder pads here are done in the black. The details are still there, but yeah, they're pretty much done in the same exact paint, except this looks dirtier because it is dirtier. Yeah, then I actually like how this is done in a white instead of the black strap here, so that's gonna stand out a little more. That's interesting. Yeah, that black detail is missing here, which not a big deal. And this is done in like a really weird kind of like, the rest of the armor is like a matte paint, but this is like shiny for some reason, which also it's shiny on here, so it doesn't look as bad on this one, but this is dirty, so the shininess throws me off a little bit. Yeah, that's strange. And then going down to the boots, these knee pads are actually not correct on the Scout, on the Remnant Trooper. They're actually flipped upside down on the Remnant Trooper, which you can go ahead and take the pegs out and flip them around. I'm not going to do that, but if you really wanted to take the time and do that, you can, and then they'll look correctly. I think F-Whoosh did that in his video. It looked okay. And then, yeah, the boots, pretty much, it doesn't have the kind of like tan on the bottom of the boots, so that kind of sucks. I wish they like put dirt or something on there, but yeah. I don't know. Still a really good figure. You can kind of believe that he's been riding around in the dirt for a while. It looks like he got sand blasted, so that's really cool. I don't really know what kind of dirt it has on that planet, because partially it looks like volcanic ash, but then you have like all the Remnant Stormtroopers are like this dirty, like dirty brown like that, so it's probably a weird mixture between like sand, dirt, and like volcanic ash. No idea. Still looks great. I think this actually looks slightly dirtier than it looks on the show. But either way, still really nice. We're going to go ahead and get into the articulation now. So this is one of the nice things. This is one of an older figure, and he has pretty good articulation for what it was. You get a hinge going into the ball joint in the head, and you're going to be able to look around a lot. Really good for art. Really good because on the bike you want him to have a lot of articulation. Yeah, you're going to be able to pretty much get him to look wherever you want him to look. Then he has a hinge and swivel at the shoulder. He kind of has this like softer plastic. The old one does too, so that's pretty cool. You get that to go pretty much wherever you want it to also. It's not going to be super hindered. Then you have a double jointed elbow, super rare. Now he also has a swivel at the bicep, so that's cool. Again, we don't really see bicep swivels too often either. So yeah, he's very nice to pose on the bike because of all the articulation he has. For an older figure, very nice. And then both of his wrists go up and down, I believe. So he has a hinge and swivel at the wrist, and both his wrists are going to go up and down. They go up and down a lot further than most figures. You get stupid amount of range. Like, look at that. That's freaking like zombie type crap. It's ridiculous range on those. And then he has a ball joint at the torso. Again, it's going to be kind of hindered by these bags, but stupid good articulation for, again, a trooper. So you're going to be able to get him into whatever pose you really want on the bike. The only thing they could have really added and make this better is a butterfly joint, but even then, it's still freaking phenomenal. Then he has his legs go forward that much, and legs don't go backwards at all, which, yeah, it doesn't really matter on the bike. But another thing I forgot to mention, besides his bow leg, these are going to be warped, most likely out of the box. They will go back over time if you have them standing on the shelf, but most likely these are going to be warped because of how soft they are, so don't be surprised there. And then he has thigh swivels. He has double jointed knees, and he can kick his own ass actually really easily. This is probably the one figure that you don't have to push it that hard to kick his own ass. Again, great articulation for an older fit model, or an older sculpt. And then he has boot swivels, very nice. He has a hinge at the ankle and forward-facing Pinnacle rocker. I always love the Scout Troopers. This is a great figure. Now I get to go do my favorite part with a bow-legged figure, and so we're going to see how that turns out. So we're going to get the 360 view of this guy. it's time to show him off next to some other figure. And here he is next to the Remnant Stormtrooper. And here he is next to the Mandalorian and IG-11. And here they are next to Lord Vader and Boba. And as always, here he is next to Luke Skywalker Squawker. So overall, I had a ton of fun with these figures. Hell, I spent way too long playing around with them. Gosh, this took twice as long as my normal recording session, so had a ton of fun with these guys. It's great accessories they come with, a lot of, I don't know, I just love the Scout Troopers. I love how these Remnant Troopers are turning out super nice, and this is one of my favorite scenes in The Mandalorian. I absolutely love these guys, love these bikes, always love the Scout Troopers and the speeder bikes. Go ahead and pick this guy up, he's going to be an Amazon exclusive. It's an amazing figure, amazing vehicle, and yeah, honestly, I'm fine with 2, but honestly, I could see myself having more than 2 of these, honestly, I really could. These are super fun, love these guys, and I hope they make more of the Endor speeder bikes in the future, because they're awesome. And as always, you can bring them in warm, or you can bring them in cold. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.